Hey guys, welcome to Poppy Talk episode 3. Can you believe it? We're still babies at this. My name's Leesa. I'm the aromatherapist here at the Golden Poppy.
And I'm Genevieve. I'm an herbalist here at the Golden Poppy.
And I'm Sarah. I'm the owner of the Golden Poppy. So, hello.
Yeah, welcome. Thank you for coming. So, the vision of the Poppy Talk is we are just kind of really opening ourselves up to the community and in turn inviting you to come be a part of us. We're here to talk about herbs, what's hot, what's not, all the things herbal, essential oils, all kinds of things. Yeah.
Yeah, opening up the conversations of the community, hearing what people want to know about, who they want to see interviewed. Yeah.
All things herbal.
All things herbal. Yeah. And we'll start out with our disclaimer.
As
usual, nothing we discuss today is intended to diagnose, treat, or cure any disease. Please consult with a qualified healthcare professional, whether that's a doctor, specialist, or clinical herbalist, before starting any herbal protocol.
Yeah. Always important to note. Yeah. So, Sarah Josey, you are our hot tea today. And...
Thank you.
Yes.
Have you lined it up?
Thank you. We're lined up so I don't make a mess, because sometimes I do that, and that's okay. So our tea today is the herbal tea. Yes. Do you want to talk about it?
Yes,
I
love to.
Okay.
I love the herbal tea. One of our other staff members, Jacqueline, formulated this one, and she designed it specifically to have a bunch of herbs that are really high naturally in vitamin C. It has rose hips, juniper berries, hibiscus, orange peel, and then a little bit of the actual stevia leaf, so the actual plant, not the extract. Can we cheers?
Yes.
Cheers.
And it tastes delicious too.
It tastes delicious. Mm-hmm. Yes. I think the a little bit of sweetness from the stevia makes it so nice, and then it's like tart from the hibiscus. It's just really enjoyable one. I love drinking this one hot, but I also really love icing this one in the summertime. It's
my gosh.
really good as an
I
iced tea.
haven't tried it iced yet.
That would be delicious.
It's delicious.
Ice that tea.
Ice that tea.
We'll have a coupon code in the show notes for the herbal tea. You can find it on our website. You can pop into the store. We have it in bulk. We have it in tubes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tubes are nice too, because you can bring the tube back and refill it and get a 10% discount. Yeah. Also, it's like super nice for storage too. Just put it in your cupboard and there it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Sarah, since you're our hot tea today, we'll kind of get into our questions. So since you started the Golden Poppy first, what year did you start it in?
I officially registered the business with the state in 2012.
Wow.
And I started off by selling things at the farmer's market here in Fort Collins. And then our first location was inside of a yoga studio for about 4 months. And then I found the first physical location kind of like later towards the end of 2012. So as of today, it's been 14 years that we've been open.
I actually had a consultation with you at the yoga studio.
You did.
And I was like, I need to be a part of this.
Yeah.
I did a whole flower essence consultation.
You did. I think you were maybe like my third client.
Whoa.
That's so cool.
If even that. Yeah.
That is neat. What was your driving force? What were you like, I've got to do this?
When I dropped out of college to go to herb school, the whole time, my friends and family, especially family, was like, what are you doing? I don't understand what this is. Herbalism was not super well known at the time. Instagram hadn't come out yet. And when I went to herb school, the whole time I was there, I just kept thinking, like, there's nowhere in Fort Collins for people to buy herbs. People there definitely want to know about this. Other apothecaries had kind of started to open up, and I remember the first time I walked into one, I was like, this is so amazing. I've never seen anything like this before. People in Fort Collins absolutely would love something like this. So as soon as I graduated from herb school, I knew that I wanted to see people one-on-one. Like, I wanted to sit down and do clinical herbalism work. And in order for that to happen, I knew that people needed to understand what herbalists did and what herbalism even was. And so I was going to need to have a place for people to come and learn and be exposed to it. And then I also was going to need a place to stock all of the herbs and things for people. So it was kind of twofold. Where like I wanted to open it up so that people in the community even knew that such a thing existed, and as a way to kind of get people in the door so that I could talk to them and hopefully, you know, convince them to sit down and dig in deeper.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, we're so thankful.
Yeah.
Seriously. So what would you say your role is like right now within the Golden Poppy? Like where do you shine?
Where do I shine? Gosh.
Lots of places.
Yeah, I know. It's like around every corner, but I mean, from your perspective.
I mean, what I spend my time doing now versus what I spent my time doing then is at the same, but also very different. This place is so much bigger than just me and has been for truthfully a very long time. So at this point, I still get to spend time seeing clients, which is lovely. But I am also kind of the behind the curtains person. I do all the emails and I keep our website running and I do tech support. But I also have like the big visions, right? Like my brain is always thinking 20,000 different directions and 10 years ahead to try and be like, okay, what direction do we need to go? Like steering the ship, I guess.
In this changing world, how can we...
how do we navigate it? And how do we make sure we can continue to be here and supporting customers and things like that. So,
How do you, speaking of 10 years, how do you think things have changed in the last 10 years, like since you started?
Oh my gosh, yeah. I think that one of the biggest shifts that I saw was probably around like the second or third year that we were open. I know this sounds really silly, but Instagram really did change herbalism and social media in general, because people all of a sudden were aware of the whole world of herbalism and natural health and essential oils. That was also a huge driver. All of that really started being talked about on social media about 12 years ago. And that was when people just started coming to us. Like people were just walking in the door, seeking us out. It was a lot less just random people walking by or meeting us at the farmer's market. People were actively seeking out what we were offering because they had learned about it somewhere online. And so that just like really drove the industry, I think, and has made more and more people come to herbalism, which is amazing and also challenging because there's a lot of really bad information online. So we spend a lot of time just debunking people's misconceptions about herbalism when they come and talk to us. But so that was like really the biggest shift, I think, for the better. It's become more popular and more mainstream, and I love that. I think all people could use more herbs in their life.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, you mentioned you see clients. Do you have any like specific niche, like specialist things you specialize in, or like what you love the most?
What I love the most? Yes. I really love working with folks specifically who are experiencing kind of digestive issues. That was a really big driving force for my own health. Was figuring out like my digestive system and all of the ways that being off kind of impacted the rest of my life. So I tend to end up seeing a lot of people who have maybe like ongoing chronic health issues, things that are either unexplained or doctors and conventional medicine haven't been able to fully support. And so I do a lot of work with that type of stuff, supporting people's, like fixing their digestion. I'm also a nutritionist, and so I work with a lot of people on like taking a look at the ways that their food can be supportive for their bodies as well. Those are the things that I really love to do the most. And then hormone stuff kind of gets woven in there a little bit. But yeah, those are probably my favorite things.
Awesome.
What do you think, this is a kind of a two-part question. What do you think the most challenging and rewarding part of owning the Golden Poppy?
It's actually the same thing. And it was having employees. Yeah. Sure. So when I first started the business, at no point in time did I never took a business class. And I never thought about what it was going to mean to have employees. Like that just never
trust
that just never factored into my like plan or like awareness of what that was going to mean. And so that was like the biggest personal growth for me has come from learning how to be a manager and an owner, and like, how do I navigate supporting all of the people who work here as well, and like my own, like you said, giving trust away, to like trust that like other people care as much. And I mean, gosh, I have no doubts about that at this point in time.
Real lifers.
But like in the beginning, like trusting that like it was going to be okay if someone else did the things that I was doing, and I had to just trust that they were going to do it, you know, in their own way, but that it was going to be the right way also. So yeah, that was like for sure, especially in the beginning, like the hardest part, and then also has undoubtedly grown into like my favorite part is like working with you all and all the other amazing people who are here, and just like, it's my family. Everyone here is family.
100%. I could agree with that too. I think we're all so lucky to have this sisterhood, and I don't know where I would be without this place. So
I don't know what else I would do.
What would you do?
I literally have no idea. I don't know.
What would be your other career if you didn't do this?
I mean, my random fun fact for the end, I suppose, would be my other career, but yeah.
Oh, well, let's
save
go
that.
into it. Let's go into it. We're here.
Oh, yeah. So my random fun fact was that once upon a time, I was an amateur wrestler. And
people are probably opening their mouths right now, right?
Yes. It was an accident. I got into wrestling, and I was a part of a group that still exists in Fairbanks. It's called the Fairbanks Ladies of Wrestling, or FLOW for short. And I did that for a couple of summers.
Did you hurt yourself?
Many times. Many times. Never seriously. But yeah, it was pretty brutal. We had no idea what we were doing.
I'm sure, gosh, now we're going into wrestling. But I have one question. Are there ways so you don't hurt yourself? I'm sure there's moves that like you do so you don't hurt. And it looks like you hurt yourself, but you don't hurt yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. We had some people come to one of our shows who actually had been in the wrestling world, and he basically came backstage later and introduced himself and was like, I would love to be your coach and show you all how you can do this without hurting yourselves. He like taught us the techniques. But actually, one of the women that I used to wrestle with, legitimately, she moved to Tennessee, and she is a professional wrestler now.
Wow.
So I guess maybe really I would get back into it.
Yeah.
No.
I'm sure you use probably a lot of arnica and lots of herbs to help with that.
So much arnica. Yeah. So much comfrey.
Yeah. What does, since, I mean, people are probably going to want to know, what does arnica and comfrey do?
Yes.
How does arnica help with that?
Arnica is really good for bruises, sprains, strains, sore muscles. It moves blood, so it can move blood and bring blood into areas that have like any kind of damaged tissue. Not like cuts and scrapes and things. You have to put it on areas where the skin hasn't been compromised on the outside, because arnica can actually be toxic if it gets into your bloodstream. Either like, you definitely don't eat arnica, but if you put a lot of it on, it can irritate that way. But when your skin is not cut or scraped, arnica is amazing for that.
That's a good safety note.
Yeah.
What about comfrey?
Comfrey is really well known for speeding healing of tissue, so like skin, but especially it's known also as knit bone, so it's really good for like broken bones. Also really good for like sprains and strains and tears and things like that. So I actually just had a friend, her little kid, who's about 7, had a buckle fracture of his tibia on his leg. Poor kiddo got his leg stuck in a bike wheel. So it was not great.
Ouch.
But he had a buckle fracture, and they just had a follow-up, and the doctors, they did like a follow-up x-ray, and they were like, oh, this is already like way better than it had been. And my friend had been using her knit bone tea with her kiddo since like the second day. It's sped up his healing, I guess.
Taking it back to schooling for you, I'm curious, like, what ignited your choice to leave college and move towards herbalism?
I wanted to be a naturopath.
Okay.
So I was kind of already headed in the direction of natural health. But way back when, naturopaths could not practice herbalism, they couldn't practice medicine at all in the state of Colorado. They were only licensed in about 10 states. Now they can practice everywhere. But I'd been in school for my undergrad for 4 years already, And then I learned that, and I still had a few more years to finish any kind of degree, because when you change your major 4 times, that sets you back. And then, there would have been 4 more years of naturopathic training, and I just was not sure that that was the right choice if I couldn't actually do that job. And I think I Googled. I don't even know what I Googled anymore.
Was Google around?
Google was around. Yes, there was Google. How old are we? Yeah. But I Googled something. I mean, maybe I asked Jeeves. Computer. It was definitely my desktop. Maybe I asked Jeeves, everybody.
Jeeves, bringing it.
But I came across herb school, and the one that I came across was in Boulder, which is where I grew up. And this was on a Thursday night, and it was starting the next Monday. And I just emailed the director and asked if I could come sit in on classes. And just halfway through that first day, I was like, oh, this is what I want to do. Like, this is all the things that I wanted out of naturopathic school, but here and less expensive, which was huge also. And so, I just called CSU and dropped out and called my mom and told her, and she had a lot of questions and feelings. But it was for sure the right path.
Good. Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
When you know, you know.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely. Do you have a favorite Golden Poppy product?
My favorite Golden Poppy product has, and will probably always be, Rocky Mountain Recovery facial oil.
I love that one.
It was one of the first skincare products I think that we really made. I basically made it for myself when I started learning more about essential oils, because when I first started, essential oils were not really talked about. They weren't super popular. You just used them to
There wasn't a lot of education.
There wasn't a lot of education, We just used them basically to change the scent of some of the products. It was really their main, what we understood about it.
Less of the medicinal pieces and more of just what you're physically smelling.
The aromatics, So I just had them, and people just kept coming in and asking more and more questions. And so I started digging into learning more about it. And as I dug in and learned more, I learned about how many of the essential oils, in addition to herbal infusions in oils, can be good for your skin. So I literally sat down one day and put everything in there that I had learned was good for your skin. I was like, some of this, some of this, some of this. So just you would know how many ingredients?
There's a lot.
There's a lot of ingredients.
But it's it's perfect. Whatever
It's
happened,
one of my
it's really
favorites,
maintained its perfection over the years.
So I've been using that on my skin for 14 years at this point, and I love it.
We also formulated rose face frosting together.
We did.
Yeah.
Yep, that was the first face cream.
Yeah, that's still on the shelves.
Yeah, when did you jump in the whole time? If you don't mind sharing.
Gosh, I should know the year, but I don't. But I just wanted to be a part of it, and I interned for maybe a year because I had a full-time job, but I knew that I wanted to be a part of it, and so I went back to school to get my aromatherapy certification, and I was like, can I just hang out in the store? And she was like, sure. And so
well, you were the first person who ever came and sat at the desk so I could go get change at the bank.
Brita too, I think. Brita was also Brita maybe.
Yeah. Brita was the number one OG because she helped me fill herb jars in my garage. Yeah. When I first bought all the jars and all the herbs, she came over and helped me fill the jars.
Yeah. Well, we should, since we talked about the rose face frosting, I mean, that is our first cream, and the Rocky Mountain Recovery Serum, and the herbal seed tea. We'll go ahead and put a coupon code in there to get a discount, because those are all awesome products. Yeah. You can also email us at poppytalk@goldenpoppyherbs.com. Anything else to tie up episode 3?
Anything else you want to add? I think we kind of got to all of our.
Oh gosh, I mean, I think one of the things that I think is just so lovely about everything that we do is that this. Even though I own Golden Poppy, this isn't my project. This is your project. And I just when you first told me you wanted to start a podcast, I was like, sure, do it. I will fully support that. And I'm so excited to just see what you two continue to create and to be a part of it. And
we've been talking about it for probably a year now.
Yeah,
a year plus. So to have it be in fruition is awesome.
Yeah.
Well,
did you want to share anything about the newsletter, actually?
Oh, yes.
Do you want to
share
about that?
Yes. if folks sign up for our email newsletter, you can do that just on our website. You get an automatic 10% off your first order coupon, and then you also get 4 free ebooks as well. One on like introduction to herbs, an introduction to essential oils, and then there's a couple of other fun like free ebooks that you get. So if you want to stay in touch with us, get previews of the Poppy Talk episodes before they come out, other special coupons and things, definitely sign up for the email newsletters on our website.
And the classes are all on there too.
Class notifications. Yeah,
Cool.
absolutely.
Awesome.
Well, awesome. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And as the famous British playwright says, where there is tea, there is hope. So come talk to us and stay curious about tea. And yeah, we look forward to seeing you guys.
Cheers.
Cheers.